All right, my name is Chris Campbell. I'm a practicing CPA and I work with individuals and small businesses to help them pay the least amount of taxes possible while keeping them out of jail. So today I wanted to talk about entity creation. So I got a call from a client who is looking to start a new venture and they wanted to know what was the best entity to set up. Now the twist here is the plan is to at some point bring on additional investors, angel investors, venture capital. The plan is to eventually go that route. So they had a question about which way to set up, because my rule of thumb is always just go with the LLC. You know, if you need to switch it up later, you can be, whether that go with the S corp or C corp, but you can always change it later or put in the request for your LLC taxed as a corporation. You can always change that as you go down the line, but usually when you have investors or outside money that you bring on, like VCs, they like to invest in C corporations. So my client is aware of that. So the question was that should they just hop into the C corporation right away so that they're prepared? My answer to that would be is that unless you know for certain that you're going to have some VC funding lined up, I don't think I would go ahead and make that jump, because you're going ahead and you're setting something up for something that may or may not happen. As I explained in other videos, C corporations are the least tax efficient and they cost more money to operate. Of course, regarding the compliance issues that you face with operating a corporation versus, the LLC. So if you're in a situation where you're looking to get a business off the ground, it's not an ideal entity to be in, if you're bootstrapping your company and you're funding the company yourself. So my thought is just wait until you cross that bridge, until the funding is there. You can always switch your entities out. Now, it can be a little bit more complex. If you start as an LLC and you need to switch over to a corporation, it can be complex. But I would say if you're at the stage where you're receiving funding, and if the folks really want to invest in you, they'll give you the resources. Trust me, there's a lot of VC money out there, a lot. I've had my share working with a few of them, so I know when they're somewhere at the point where they have to figure out where to invest money. So if your idea is that good and they believe in you that much, you'll get the resources to make the switch over. So don't set yourself up meanwhile bleeding money out or spending more money than what you need to for something that may or may not happen. Who knows? Maybe you start your business or you start your journey and you realize that you don't need to take VC money. You may not do it. Meanwhile, you've been in a tax inefficient setup this whole time. So you can always just make the change later. Which brings me to another point, that if you're hopping into a business and if the goal is to get VC funding, which can great and accelerate your business, then I think you have to ask yourself, how profitable is your business venture and ideas? Because normally, if you're looking for VC funding, you're in a situation where you're not profitable for quite some time and you need the capital to get you there. Now, I guess it really also depends upon your objectives or your goals. If your goal is to maybe not necessarily be profitable and cash out with a higher valuation, if you get secondary investors to come in after you and blow your valuation up and you're out, then maybe the funding route is for you. So that's all for now. So if you have any more questions about this or any other tax, accounting, finance related questions or issues, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help. So that's all for now. See you on the next one.